What's the
Davante, I
most?
know it's getting a little bit redundant here, but another one-score game that kind of fight to get back into it. But had you just taken care of business a little bit earlier, you would be in that position. And I know that's got to be frustrating. That some mistakes that the team itself is making put you into that position.
Yeah, man, we shooting ourselves in the foot a lot. I don't even really know what to say. I mean, we gotta play better. We gotta do things earlier in the game and be more urgent earlier to put ourselves in better positions. Where we don't have to scramble at the end of games.
What's the most frustrating part about what's happened this season?
It's because we better than the way that we playing. I mean, we got a pretty talented roster, so it's frustrating to be in these games and obviously not be able to finish them, but just to maximize the whole game and be able to execute at a higher level, throughout to make it easy on ourselves.
Davante, what did you see from Aiden throughout the week, just as he was potentially getting ready to play, and then how do you think he performed today when he stepped in?
I mean, he was ready, prepared, just like he always does. Always ready for his opportunity, and I mean, I feel like he did a good job. It's not easy stepping in there and on the road, starting in the middle with a lot of expectations, and obviously he performed well in preseason, so a lot of people expecting that same exact type of performance coming out, which is not realistic because preseason has a different brand of football than what the regular season is. So it's a learning process, and I think he's only going to get better as we go. But we just got to do a good job of helping him out. Up front, giving him time and just getting him comfortable. The White House doing what they got to do to make sure he's getting in the groove and just keeping his mind in it. But for his first outing, it was obviously not the way he would have drawn it up. But he did good in my eyes.
Health-wise, when you left the field there, what happened and what are you feeling now?
A little discomfort, but it's football. It is what it is.
Was a scare for you? Did you fear it worse than that, or you? How did it end up that you were? I mean, despite the fact you pretty much went right into the locker room for examination, you were back out there before the start of the first half, end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it landed on the shoulder, and it was not feeling like it was probably going to be a possibility of doing so, and came back in and had to nut it up, and I mean, it definitely does not feel good right now, but it is what it is. You got to go do what you got to do for your team.
Heading into next week, what do you think is the first couple of things on the priority list you guys need to tighten up to put yourselves in position to win?
I mean, it's really a multitude of things. It's just being more urgent, man, early on, and communicating better so that we can execute. It's not one thing. It's not do this thing and then we'll be golden. I mean, it's both sides of the ball. I just feel like we're not maximizing it, and everybody can definitely tap into another gear, and we just got to do that before it gets to a point where it's must win every game, and that's the stuff that we're trying to stay away from, and I just don't think we're being urgent enough right now.
We were speaking with Josh Jacobs a couple of minutes ago, and it seemed like he basically said it was even more frustrating to keep saying we're 5 or 6 plays away, and not being able to get that done. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, it's just the hurting yourself thing, and obviously we got the plays, and we show flashes of being able to do it. We'll go down and march down and have a good drive, or throw a dime on third down, fourth down, whatever it is, and then it's just one play. That did at the end we did all that work, and we're going down 3-yard line or wherever we were about to tie the game, and then we have another hiccup. So it's just a matter of putting it together. It don't matter about going down and having a solid drive up until you gotta finish it off, and that's where we are lacking right now.
How do you fix that? Does it start in practice? Is it just lack of preparation? Is it just
It's awareness. It's awareness and execution. Knowing what you're seeing and playing fast and following your cues, and that's something that I have found to make the game a lot easier for me, is being on top of things ahead of time. That way you can play fast and make them kind of you dictate to them, and you make them adjust to what you're doing. And I feel like it's too much sitting back and watching and maybe hoping somebody else will do something or whatever. But like I said, I don't know. It's 10 minutes after the game, 15 minutes after the game is the hardest point to assess exactly what's going on. I just know it's not enough, so we gotta figure that out.
Did something click with you and Aiden? Your connection late. Obviously, you had a lot of catches on the scoring drive, and then the 4th down play before the interception.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how it looks in practice. We just gotta get more opportunities, and he just gotta get more comfortable back there. And part of being comfortable back there is obviously it's the whole thing. So everybody got to do their job. We got to run clean, crisp routes and give him something to see early, and we got to protect him. And he's got to make good decisions, and that's kind of how this thing goes.
There's a lot of weight on your shoulders and Josh's and Max's. Do you guys welcome that? Does that give you confidence going forward? You guys will be through this hump because of you three?
That's my job. My job is to be the one that's why I get paid the way that I do, to go and score touchdowns. I just, and I accept that burden, and it's not even a burden to me. That's what makes this shit exciting for me, is having those opportunities to go down and finish a game and be a big piece as to why that thing came together. So I don't care about that. It's about doing everything, everybody doing their part. Everybody doing their part doesn't mean everybody having 80 catches on the year. I can have as many as I need to have to make it go. Everybody doing their part is for that play. Everybody doing what they got to do to make sure that play works. And if you think about it like that each and every play, then you're gonna have a good play.
You guys all set?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Monte.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Londa.